Okay, so we've talked a little bit about positioning. We've talked a little bit about aches and pains and that sort of thing. So now why don't we go ahead and take a look at a basic warm-up. Now I have a 7-string guitar here, so I'm just going to ignore my first string, okay? Hopefully you're playing with a normal 6-string guitar. I will have a normal 6-string one day. I'm just too cheap to go out and buy one right now. So what I'm going to do is just demonstrate a very easy warm-up that you can do with me here. When I was at GIT, our teacher used to call it the quasi-chromatic. It's not really a chromatic scale, but it's just something to get your fingers warmed up with, and it's a great exercise. I still do it every day, and I teach it to all my students. So let's go ahead and take a look at this warm-up. All right, I'm going to start it in, well, if you want to use a key, I'm going to start it in A at the 5th fret. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically create what's called a position. Now a position is a finger range. Okay, we have 4 fingers. We're going to assign 4 frets. Okay, starting at the 5th fret, we're going to walk up 1 fret each from 5th to 8th fret. So the 5th fret's going to be with my 1st finger, 6th fret is with my 2nd, 7th with my 3rd, and then the 8th fret finally with my pinky. I'm not going to stray from that position. Okay, so anytime that I'm going to play the 5th fret, I'm always going to use my 1st finger, and I'm going to follow along. So every single one of these fingers has its assigned fret to it, and hopefully I'm not going to stray from this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to walk up, meaning going from a lower note to a higher note, starting with our 1st finger. We're going to play that one, and then we're going to walk up till we get to our pinky on that string. So let's go ahead and give that a try. Now please don't worry about the vibrato. I'm just doing that because sometimes it can get really boring. Okay, so that's pretty simple. We're just playing the 4 notes, not a big deal. What we have to watch though is when we're playing these notes, if you want to save yourself a whole lot of wear and tear on your fingers, we're going to take a look at a couple of things. One of the things that we want to look at is when we're playing a note, I'm going to try and bring my guitar over here, is if you notice my 1st finger, I'm rounding it, okay? What does that mean? Well, when I round my fingers, I'm incorporating all of the muscles in my finger to come down on my fingertip, so that when I do hit that note, that 1st note, I'm actually using as much muscle as I can. Sort of like having more people lifting something heavy. It makes the whole object that you're lifting a lot lighter. Well, same thing goes here. If I'm using more muscle to push down on that note, well then that pushing down on that string is going to be that much easier. So if you want to be careful, one thing to watch is that you're not falling flat, so you're not hitting with the pad of your finger. You want to try and get right up on the tip of your finger and come right down on that string. Pretend my thumb's like the string. We're going to come right down on that string, right on the tip, okay? By using the tip of your finger as opposed to the pad, what you're going to do is you're going to take all the muscle of that finger and you're going to concentrate it, okay? You ever been stepped on by someone wearing high-heeled shoes? Okay, the whole weight of that body is on that one little area of a foot. We sort of want to mimic that. We want to take all of the power of that finger and then make it even more powerful by just using the tip of our finger. Okay, you're going to really maximize the strength of that finger by incorporating all of the muscle and then putting into that one little spot. So let's try this again. Now this time what I want you to do is just watch that you're using the tips of all of your fingers and that you're rounding your hands. I'm going to try and play this along with you here, okay? So let's start with the 1st note. And now the next one. And the next one. And then finally the pinky. Okay? So does that make sense here? So every time I'm playing a note, I'm making sure that I'm using my fingers right on the fingertips. I'm rounding my fingers in order to maximize all of the muscle. And then just following through with every finger. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. We're going to play right from the low E string right to the high E string. Let's do this together. Okay, again, watching it right on your fingertips. Okay, well, hopefully that'll be a good warm-up for you, and we'll talk a little bit more about picking in the next installment of this warm-up. Have a great day.